Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to Creator Cafe's Tech Talk Thursday. Today, we've got a fun show. We're going to be showing off a new AI product called Chimaira with Andreas Fraunberger, who's going to be joining us in a second. And this is an interesting piece of software that is a character building animation software, all built on AI. Andreas has built this himself, so we're going to bring him on in a second and have him talk about his product and how it serves brands and professionals in the video production space. But first of all, Mr. McKenna, you have had a busy day with your live streams and all the work that you've been up to today. How's it been going?
It's all gone very well, but I'm rather glad to be on the other side and just be a guest today. This morning I was doing all the hosting and pressing all the buttons and asking all the questions and trying to manage all the chat, and there's been, there's over 100 chat messages coming in, and we've now had 100 replays of it in the last few hours.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
So I guess we were doing something right.
Great.
But lots of technical challenges on that one as well.
Always. Well, today's a little bit simpler, I hope, from a technical perspective. And we've got Andreas in a beautiful location. So let's bring Andreas on. Hello, Andreas. How are you doing? Tell us where you are right now.
Hello, beautiful people. Yeah, I'm used to Neil's incredible backgrounds, and I was just thinking today I need something more amazing, reality. So I went out to this cabin close to River Danube, and it is a house that is sitting on poles because sometimes a year when water comes, the river is flooding, and then the house will still stay dry. But you can only reach it with a boat then. Yeah, so it's an incredible place. We've been swimming in the morning also. Nice to meet you.
No, you're welcome. And the life of a tech entrepreneur, right? You can just go to this nice, beautiful river area, and you can still work from there, because that's the way it works, right? With tech entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that's the way I always wanted to have it. And beautiful seeing my agents work in the background and sparing me some time, also enabling me spending time with you.
Wonderful.
Which is important.
And for people who don't know, that Andreas is actually running his entire business, well, part of his business anyway, using AI, and you've got lots of AI agents running in the background, and you're sort of heavily into AI. But for people who don't know you, as a number of people might not do to this show, maybe if you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into this software that you're going to demo and show us today.
Wow, thank you for asking. I'm happy to try to introduce myself. So, I don't know where to start, but I grew up somewhere in the countryside, and for me, life always has been introduced as a kid as being something without borders and something super playful and actually anarchic somehow. That's was my experience as a kid, and that's what I carried on to the university and to workspace, and this always enabled with me with some kind of creativity, and that's all still housing inside me. And I studied philosophy, for example, on a PhD in there. It was about psychoanalytical analysis of avant-garde films. Yeah, and also I've been operating as a media producer for international companies like Red Bull, ProSiebenSat.1 Germany, Hilti, I don't know, just major brands from all around the world. And I've been creating multimedia content together with the team, and they have been learning how it is to create videos. And when AI came up, about 10 years ago, we heavily went in there because extended realities have been central part of my work, and extended realities are not possible without AI. And yeah, and then about 4 years ago, the AI hype came, and I realized, hey, everybody needs AI, but yeah, that's always what I want to do. So I totally changed my work, and now I focused only on AI consulting. And also what I did was to create videos. And yeah, even there is some kind of interesting story that people like. Um, there was a point in my life about 4 years ago where I felt super shitty. I didn't have any energy for anything, you know. And so my wife said, "Hey, why don't you make videos? You like that?" And I said, "But about what should I make videos?" She said, "About guinea pigs, because we have cute little guinea pigs at home." And that's what I did. So I started to create AI generated guinea pig videos. I started a YouTube channel with it, GB Jumps, and it worked well. People liked it. I liked it. Gave me energy. It gave me creative freedom and it helped me to recover. And yeah, then I found together with a colleague that creating these videos is on the one side super automatical because we have these AI tools at this time not as powerful as now, but still powerful. Um, but we always have to first pull the slot machine all the time to get the right clip. And then we have to do a lot of manual human API work. That's how I call it. So what we do is we create assets there. Here the story, here the images, here the whatever. Then we copy everything to other places and redistribute it and work with it and cut it and then copy it to After Effects and all the process. And that's a lot of work. And so we said we needed a creation suite for creators like us who don't want to spend their days copy and pasting stuff and have full control of media creation and gives them the power to sit in the creator's seat, right? That's what we did. And there is Chimaira. We bootstrapped the software, no investment, but our own time and fun. Happy to show it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So before you do, so you come from obviously from a video background and a storytelling background, and I think that's pretty much what you try to sort of put into this product, as you mentioned, to make it easy for people to take a concept, a story based on either the brand or a particular character, and then just have that ability to be able to create that video end to end without having to put it into Final Cut, as you said, or After Effects and things like that. So you built this yourself with your team from the ground up, effectively. Was it built in any framework, or did you just start from scratch? Took the concept of, well, the guinea pig video is great. How do we create all this from scratch and animate that?
No framework. So what is there are all the connectors. So for example, what Midjourney, ChatGPT, whatever you wish. We just pull this via APIs, connect them to our system and make it work like from a director's seat feeling. Yeah. So that's the framework. Anything else is maybe standard software frameworks like JavaScript libraries and stuff like that. But everything else is completely individually designed.
Cool. Well, I guess it's time for you to show us a little bit about that. We've got some questions as well around sort of, how this compares with other things on the market. But let me just share your screen and tell me what you want to do first.
You're welcome. So, yeah, there is this little video we did about, I don't know, 2 years ago, which still is valid. We could add a lot to it, but just let it play. And Professor Chibi, the guinea pig professor, will introduce how Chimaira works. All right.
Go ahead.
Hey friends, want to make amazing videos with no effort at all? Chimaira, the automated character-based video generator, is here to change the content game. Step 1, let AI write a script for you, tweak it if you like. Next, Chimaira organizes your script into an easy-to-follow episode template. Then visuals appear automatically, like magic ready for your story. Now, Chimaira brings your script to life with high-quality speech in any language. English, en français, Nihongo de, بالعربية, по-русски, and many more. And of course, Chimaira animates characters too, making them move and talk like pros. Finally, everything comes together, a polished video ready to share with the world.
Excellent. So that's the whole ethos, right, behind the product, is to take a story based on a particular brand or product or anything like that, and then and then you build that out within the product itself, and at the end you get a finished video without technically having to take it out of the product and put it into anything else. So yeah, give us some examples and explain maybe the workflow for somebody who's sort of very unfamiliar with this type of software.
So we call it the director's chair reimagined, because yeah, I've been talking about that already, and always characters are part of the thing. We optimize storytelling for character-based videos. So how we work is, first we do the character design together with the client, or the client does it himself. The two ways to do it. We design the story world, so-called story world, and then the script gets to life, animation, background enhancement, and then it's being ready to publish. And this is a bit how the interface looks like, but we can get deeper to it. This is some examples of characters that are in production for various clients. So we work for brands like Austrian Cancer Society, scientific communicators, universities, the public healthcare providers, major banks, startups, and our own channels. Yes. As far as we have time for it, for example, our own channels, they are sleeping now for a while because we don't find time to care about them. So if anyone is watching who wants to support us with creating content for this world, just feel free to contact us. I'm happy to work together. Yeah. Okay. So far this, I could quickly show one video from Luis here, for example.
Yeah, you want to play that? I'll turn the volume down. Go ahead.
This was a nice campaign for the cancer help. It's a German thing here.
Okay.
Right, and it's also a German video, but doesn't matter. So this video, for example, it has about 2 million plays without any ads on the total blank channel. So it was incredibly successful, and it was, I don't know, it was like 3 hours of work or so for us to do it.
Oh wow, okay, that's pretty good.
I played.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ich bin Doc Lewis, Lungencoach. Ich betreue Menschen mit Lungenproblemen. Und wenn du mit Zigaretten, Vapes oder Heats anfängst, hast du den ersten Schritt zu mir schon gemacht. Jeder Zug bringt dich näher zu mir. Jeder Stick, jede Chick. Du entscheidest. Bleib gesund, bleib stark, bleib weg von dem Zeug.
So basically, Dr. Lewis is talking about the shittiness of smoking.
In a nutshell.
Quickly translated. Yeah. Okay, so many things like this are possible, many styles and so. And I don't know, if you want, we can change to the interface and have a look at how this is actually done.
Yeah, let's do that in a second. Martin, do you have any questions on the characters and things before you start?
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in the interface and things like that. So I've spent quite a bit of time playing about with various tools, things like Veed and Kittle. And Kittle's got an artboard that looks very similar to what you've shown at the beginning in terms of building things up. But there's a number of restrictions with all of these products. One of the main ones is the time allowed, and I just counted 20 plus seconds for the video in German that you just showed us, which is longer than nearly all of the others. You maybe get up to 15 seconds, and then you're stitching video clips together,
yes,
which doesn't always work very well. So I'm interested in how long the clip is.
Yep.
A lot of them now you can do voice to video as well, so I'm not sure whether you've got an AI generated voice or you can upload your own voice, which is what I tend to do. Upload my own voice. I'll do a recording and upload it, and then it will do a lip sync. So I'm kind of interested in all those different concepts.
Super. Thanks for asking. I'm not good in remembering many questions, so I just answer one, and then please remember me if I don't answer all. So the one was about the length. Yes, the typical AI tools export like 5 or 10 seconds max for a clip, and that's it. And there's a reason for it. And we take advantage of that by also stitching various clips, yes, but in a super storytelling arranged manner, so that it doesn't feel like stitching together, but just working in a fluent workflow that is just supporting you. Yes, you will see it later. And the other question was,
I think they're both related to the stitching, but it was also uploading your own voices,
voices,
and whether
yes.
they then lip sync to,
Yes.
to your own voice rather than create an AI version of a voice.
Everything is lip sync for us. That's the most important feature we've been looking for the first day. From the first day on, we have various technologies and sites that support it. And for the voice, we simply take 11 Labs as a base, and 11 Labs offers all features, for example, digitizing your own voice, another person's voice, choosing from a rich library of voices, and we can easily import these voices to our system via 11 Labs. Yes, everything is being handled via API at the end. Yes. Now slowly the shadow is wandering.
You've got a couple of hours yet before the sunshine goes, which is good. We're not going to keep you that long. So
let's change perspective.
Perfect. There you go. You just keep moving. Follow the sun model.
Yeah.
So if you let us know. So if a brand was to come to you today, talk me through how you would walk them through maybe an example of how they would build something. And it's really cool what you mentioned about the fact that in the back end, you are stitching all these shorter clips together to produce a longer form video, because as Martin said, that is a problem that we have all the time, where we don't want to keep bringing these clips out and then having to edit them together. So your tool does all that sort of seamlessly, right?
Yes, we try to at least. You know, the thing is, I don't have a full-fledged pitch how to walk you through, because in a pitch form to present, because luckily brands approach us, book and subscribe, and then we guide them through the process as an onboarded client for 1 hour. And so it's a bit different than showing like a pitch in 5 minutes or so, just to set your expectations.
No, sure.
But I mean, the best way is to look at how to create a show, right? So this is here interface. Here is an array of shows that I have available in this user. And for example, Zen for a Central European bank, major bank, for individual creators, for startups. Luis, you just saw him. Let Us, it's a super fun channel. I love it. Let's create a channel. Let's create a show with Lettuce. So
redundant, Neil.
It's an alpha salad. So alpha guy salad leaf lettuce, and he wants to spread his alpha male ideas as a lettuce. So he's making fun of the alpha guys.
That's cool. It's like the lettuce manosphere. There you go. That's cool.
It's a fun project. It's not for a client, so
okay.
And it's not publicly checked. You know, if you see anything that's not correct here, then please inform me.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We don't mind.
What should we make a show about?
Ooh, it's a good. What should we make a show about? I don't know, Martin. Any ideas? Make a show about something.
Gardening.
There you go. This is a theme that we've had this week. Let's make a show about gardening.
Yeah, but we need some more information. Just gardening is boring. We need to have some content.
Okay, well, can we make it difficult?
Yes.
Somebody asked me this question earlier on, and I happen to be building a greenhouse in my back garden, and it's an octagonal greenhouse. So I said, right, show me building an octagonal greenhouse, and he was doing this with Gamma actually, so
for a presentation.
Some very interesting results.
So could we have the character who's in his garden, he wants to build a greenhouse, and there you go.
Yeah.
I just pressed recording and
no, it's no problem. Nobody types anymore. It's much easier to talk, right? I don't type anymore. Just like press the button.
I'm very happy that this worked now, because you know, this is an experiment just to record you from YouTube, and
there you go. It's all good.
So here I can set the number of segments. Let's say 3, but we can have much more. and you will see where the segment is later, and we can decide for the format. Let's go for the YouTube Shorts format. Then we create a script, and I'm sure Letters will rant about the octagonal greenhouse here.
So what it's doing is you've given it a prompt for an idea. So this is like a brand would come to you and give you some form of concept, what they want. And then the script is going to be built out, as we can see here, based on that initial concept, right?
So in the background, there are agents running, and they know everything about letters and everything about the style. And, you know, it's like a library, and the agent is from now on starting to guide us through the process. And this is now the script. An octagonal shape, it's about maximizing sunlight and energy. Don't just follow trends, innovate. Oh, he's happy about it. After sweat and grit, okay, let's take it. And then we can just create the assets. There is an auto-generate button here.
Building a greenhouse? You think it's simple? Think again.
Yeah, nice.
He's right.
An octagonal shape? It's about maximizing sunlight and energy. Don't just follow trends, innovate.
Yeah,
After sweat and grit, we've got an octagonal greenhouse thriving. You build, you learn, you grow. Literally.
Oh, that's strong.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a strong message right there.
Somehow I'm not too convinced about the last one.
After sweat and grit, we've got an octagonal greenhouse thriving. You build, you learn, you grow. Literally.
Yeah, that's better. So you can just create new versions and then animate it, right? And now we go, this is now a scene, you know? A scene is a text, a background image, and here we see the prompt of the background image. We can edit it, and we are close to, doesn't matter, edit it, and here you can choose the image model. So this has been now produced with Flux 2, but we can also create one with Seedream 4, and also, let's say this image is also interesting. And here's the octagonal thingy. Let's also create a version with Seedream. Yeah, and now we go for the video. So this now we can either click just animate it, and he animates it, or we can go, let's also just animate this, and here we go for the detail version, and we enter an image to video prompt. For example, let's say, how is it called? Slow pull back on rails. How is it called? Not rails, camera roll rails.
Dolly.
Dolly. So soft wind. So wind in leaves.
Does this look like your greenhouse, Martin?
Door is
similar.
Opening in of greenhouse.
I can feel a greenhouse theme coming on for the rest of the summer here, but let's continue. This is cool.
Experimental, yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, and now we just have to wait. That's the only thing. We need to wait for the models, and sometimes they're a bit slower. There's, for example, now at the moment, this type of model here we are using is a bit slower, but still it's the best one. And just today we have been discussing if we want to change the standard model to another one, because sometimes they just deliver too slow.
Right.
So while we're waiting, and I'm kind of used to this, right, with this waiting around for models, I've noticed a lot of these models, if you produce a character and they're a limp synced character, then the background is nearly always static. Yes. So there is no movement in the background. It is just the character and the lip sync that works.
Yes.
And the way I've got around that in the past is I put effectively a plain background in, then remove the background, then create an animated background, and then add in the character over the top of an animated background so that it all looks real.
Yes.
Is what you're doing here going to put the character onto an animated background?
Yes, we're just basically what we did before when we did it manually. We did what you said, put the stuff to After Effects and combine it, on layers. And we want to follow the same process, which enables massive detail control and just help the user do it without opening any software. And there is also a way to create videos with talking characters and backgrounds, moving background videos in models like VO2 or the new Chinese model ByteDance or so, which work pretty well. But the thing is, if you do them both in one image to video prompt or in one video prompt, then something always not right. And you have to pull the slot machine. You could also call it slop machine many times and wait again until anything comes out. Yeah, but yeah, so this thing here takes today a bit longer, so I luckily am prepared, and I have another show for you prepared from letters. So for example, here we did a show about hippies in California. I've been talking about it with the client, and we made fun because they are food producers, they produce fruits in California, and we do they are also subscribers, and so we just had fun, and then we said, okay, let's create a show about hippies in California, and
you
so
did.
what happens when we have all the assets finished? We get then to the video composer, right? And here we have the background video and the letters, and we can now preview all the.
You think it's all peace and love, Pat? Think again.
Yeah. So, but we could also place him here and making a bit smaller.
You think it's all peace and love, Pat? Think again.
But let's keep it. So that's nice.
Sorry to interrupt you. So the grid at the bottom basically is the framing of where you want the character to be. So if you want him right in the middle, you just click on the middle. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So you don't have to keyframe or do any craziness.
And that's a zoom as well, I think.
Yeah. So, it's a zoom. Ah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very simple because many people don't want so much detail control. They just want to tell the story.
Yeah.
And we also have an option for creators who are capable of doing After Effects and still want to make use of this. I can show it to you in a second. But here, I think it's nice if we keep him.
You want change? Stop singing about it. Get up and make it happen.
In the center, because it's like a central perspective shot. And here we see this guy being desperate. He's like crying or whatever. So we make space for him during the other people are partying their hippie life. And yeah, so then we play a render final video, and this is now actually done via FFmpeg service on our own server, and it's just like combining everything together. Simple. And now we have the premiere time. Do you see now the full image here? Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let us.
You think it's all peace and love, Pat? Think again.
They chase the high but ignore the grind. Happiness isn't handed out, it's earned. You want change? Stop singing about it. Get up and make it happen.
Yeah. So basically, the full input we had here was hippies in California, nothing else.
Wow, and that was it basically. So it was just like a very simple single prompt, and from that was generated all of this.
Yeah. But we could also do a show with Professor Chibi and about life in Portugal as a video generator. What do you think about this? I prepared some assets here by chance, and because maybe you don't know people, but Neil is in Portugal as far as I know.
That's right.
Okay, so I do select now here this animation, and I select this video, right? Because I can always create more versions of it, and then at the end I decide about what I finally choose. This is also a selection method. And then I have to move the streaming window away. And here we see download zip. So here we can download a zip with all the data we selected. And what you get is a zip with the data plus prepared After Effects templates that you open with everything arranged in After Effects. So it's very easy to run it. And also there are animations templates in it, and it will take you not much more time than inside this system to create, but with much more options. This is for the creators, but then of course our software is more for people working in marketing, decision makers, like creative people who don't have so much time at hand to create stories.
Yes.
Maybe people like you who are in classical video and are not so fluent in animation, but still know about storytelling.
Yeah.
And so we go to send to composer, and here it's already positioned.
Why do so many experts sound amazing in person, but look lost on camera?
Yeah. Okay, and now we also can render the final video, and that's the process. And then we can watch the final show we did about. Okay, you can watch the final show about video creator, being a video creator in Portugal. So let's play it.
Why do so many experts sound amazing in person, but look lost on camera? In Portugal, my friend Neil helps consultants, coaches, and speakers look like real pros on live video. No more tech confusion, only confidence. Neil starts with a diagnostic to find improvement points, builds an authority OS to automate everything, and then handles production, so you just shine on screen.
Yes.
Fantastic. You've been reading my website. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
I was like, that sounds familiar.
So what I did, entered here, the prompt was create a video about video creation, remote video creation in Portugal, about this business, and it's just an URL, and then he goes out, read the URL, and analyze it and create a show about it.
That's cool. So you can just give it like research, as you said, like websites and maybe documentation, just stuff that it knows, so it learns about the particular brand if they don't really have a anything like a product brief or anything like that. So that's a great way of bringing stuff in.
Yes. So when we onboard a client, you have this brand profile, and here you can enter your URL, and the thing will analyze your brand and create something that we call a brand vault. And based on this brand vault, you can create shows, characters, and everything. So the thing is really deep into your brand.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So are you able to use other people's voices with this, or is it, for example, like if it's the person who's the voice of the company, for example, you could use their voice if you wanted to, or maybe even an image of them. How sort of on brand can you be in terms of the specifics of the individual themselves, or somebody who's a likeness of that instead of using a character? Do you have options for that as well?
You mean more like human-like?
Yeah. So if it's right, like a almost like an avatar of them, or something like that.
By accident, I just see this experiment here from yesterday. Somebody asked me if they can have a real person. Yes, you can, with limitations, because I don't like about AI. I don't like real person AI generated stuff so much, because it's somehow uncanny. And for example, if you would create a channel with technology like that, with you speaking, I don't know if it's good for your brand, but you must decide that. But if it's funny, okay, then it's fine again. So we have this character here, and it's an AI generated character, and here we can tune the character. So we have preview section here. We can fine tune the voice. We can also go to the character vault, give it various choices. We can choose different voices from 11 Labs also. And also we can create more different poses. So for example, we could create an angry pose with him standing like this. and give the AI the description that here is angry. And when we tell a story and an angry situation comes up, he will choose this pose, right? So you can have dozens of poses for advanced storytelling techniques if you would like to. But that's not speaking. Let's have a look at how this will look in the character vault, because here we can create a preview.
Hi folks, how you doing?
So yeah, here we have the voice of Professor Chibi. If you remember, it's just the same voice.
It's the same voice, right?
Yeah, just for experiment. And we can also go to a show, because here we have him in action with an Upper Austrian dialect, and this was the show we created. So it actually was based on a different brand vault, just a random combination of things. So it's a high-tech environment with this fun guy and an Upper Austrian dialect speaking. So let's enjoy this show if you don't mind. It's also an experiment, but that's how I like it, because even fun experiments that are just one-shots with a quick idea, that they go out pretty well, you know. So
Go ahead. Go.
Hast du dir schon mal überlegt, wie Big Tech-Unternehmen Marketing wirklich strategisch anpacken? Die sind gescheit. Die nutzen kreative Netzwerke und datenbasierte Analysen. So spülen sie ihre Karten richtig aus, damit sie ihre Community immer mit einbinden. Spiel eine Karte. Mit Kreativität und Strategie hau mal richtig eine drauf. Miteinander bringen wir Marketing nach vorn.
yeah, so he was talking about strategy marketing and so about the creative agency stuff. Yeah.
I think what's interesting there is that, having experimented with AI characters off myself and off Neil and various other people, there's a definite limitation with the number of mannerisms that they use. So I would say, you do one and you think, oh, that's really impressive. Then you watch it the third or fourth time for a different video, and they do exactly the same mannerisms again. And therefore the ability to go in and create angry or laughing or some other mannerisms for that character is a huge difference, because you can't do that as well on in that manner with other tools at all.
And on brand, and that's the most important thing. It's always on brand. It's always the same. You can rely to it. You don't have to hope that this time it will look the right way. It just will. And then also, maybe you didn't recognize, but Professor Chibi, for example, his animation technique is a different one than AI, because what we have here in place is our own animation technique that we took from anime. And what we use is just 4 frames for the mouth and twinkling for the eyes, and maybe some background hair movement. Very limited set of keyframes, and this is super natural and authentic. People are used to it, and it's like the opposite of this overblown AI stuff. And you might not have recognized it now while watching with the AI stuff in the background, but this gives these type of characters a certain type of reliability and authenticity that is really nice. It doesn't suit for each brand and character, but for this type it does. Yes. And if we also want to have a deeper view here in Professor Chibi, he has these poses, but not more like moods, but just like different dresses. So here we have him here as a space suit, or in an Armani suit, or in Safari, Super Mario, as Santa Claus. And this is also nice to see them appear in this way. Yeah, okay. So far to the poses.
So you can have you can change those as well, so you can have as many different sort of poses as you want. I know there's some are obviously preset and pre-canned in the software, but if somebody asks specifically, I want it to do this, or I want this particular motion, are you able to change that if you need to, or?
Yes, I can change this. For example, here, me, Professor Chibi, I'm talking about Safari in a Safari dress. Safari is great. So I recorded this, and now we make this.
Yes, I can change this. For example, here, me, Professor Chibi, I'm talking about Safari in a Safari dress. Safari is great.
Yeah, and now we just wait for the video here to appear, and this is running on our own server, and takes about a minute or two usually, and then he will talk in that way we know it.
Right. And the expression of the character is based on what he's saying as well, so it takes note of like the subject specifically and how he's speaking, whether he's shouting or whether he's angry or something like that. So do the mannerisms change with the voice, so they match? You know, if he's angry, he's going to be more animated than he would be if he was just chilled out and talking softly, for example.
And so in this video, in this technique here with our Vox Magic animation, we choose the temper or the actual character type of Chibi. The appearance, we choose it via the one scene. So if something, if a scene comes up about Safari, this one will automatically be selected, for example.
Right, cool.
But if we have a character and we use various emotions, so happy, angry, sad, and we prepare these in the character vault as poses, how we call it, then this will automatically be selected per scene. So if there is a 5-second scene sad, then it's gonna be the sad one. Yes.
Right. We've got
another question.
Go ahead.
Another question. And this is something which I've noticed when I've been recording characters and things like that. If there is a pause in me speaking, so it says, you know, Martin welcomes you to Edinburgh, and then there's a pause, and then I start speaking again, I normally find that the character will just freeze for the period of the pause. It won't sort of, you know, shift a bit or scratch its chin. It just, you're talking, then it's
right,
and then you're talking again.
Yeah.
What happens with your characters?
This animation technique here, he will freeze. Yes, he will twinkle. We can also have other loops, but that's like manga, you know.
Right.
So, yeah. But the AI characters, they will more like bounce and loop a bit and stuff like that. But you could also like add a prompt so that they are like shaking or being nervous or whatever you want.
We got a question from the audience actually. So I think we've already answered this, but maybe Roy joined a little bit late. Let me just try and bring this up. So he said, could you use this as I think he means a YouTuber? What software would this work with? So maybe you can just quickly explain that this is your software and you can export the files and use them as YouTube shorts and things. That's effectively what we're seeing here, right?
Absolutely, when the show is finished. So like we saw here with Live in Portugal, you just click download and it's there.
Right. So Roy, if you're listening, so basically this is the production software that you can create all your characters from and then just export them and upload them to YouTube or use them as part of your... oh, you mean VTube? Sorry, I don't know what that is. I mean as a VTuber. Can you explain what that is, Roy? Sorry, I'm not familiar with what that is. Maybe I'm missing something.
Is he talking about virtual
YouTuber? Oh, I see. Are you talking about being like a virtual YouTuber where you're... Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now I understand. So could he use this as... Yeah, go ahead.
More like a companion, because the virtual YouTuber is like always a person acting behind the real character, right? As far as I know it. So it's not so much for that. So you can still give your spirit, your brand, your story, your character's personality to the system in the background settings. But then this will create videos with you designing it in the way I showed it to you. But animation style, I think this would be a great thing to do. I would love to test it.
Right. And so I had a quick question. So in terms of your offering to clients, you specifically do a couple of things, right? You have a program where you work with a particular brand. So for example, what would be a typical first week for a consultant or an expert that signs up? Somebody who doesn't really have any video production background. What does it feel like going from like, I've never done this before, to getting a character published? What's just sort of a typical sort of workflow for them, if you wouldn't mind explaining that a little bit?
So first, we designed the story brand world, how we call it for them. So all the data and background we collected from our clients, and we do an audit together, and we design a character together. And as soon as that is up and decided, then we do an onboarding, as for example, we do one tomorrow evening with a client also from California. And then it's like 90 minutes where we guide you through the system and teach you how to use it. It's not like really teaching, because it's more like intuitive, but some people, for some people it's more intuitive, for other less. So we better watch them doing it. And then usually they are great to go. And a week later we have another onboarding session for questions. Yes.
Cool. So I was going to ask you another quick question. So just from an industry perspective, and obviously the brands and the companies that you're working with, they're all looking to differentiate. They're all looking for something a little bit special when it comes to creating videos, particularly for marketing, for advertising their products and things like that. How do you see this changing over the next sort of 12 months to 18 months? We've seen a rapid increase of AI content already being published on YouTube and everything else. How do you see the uptake for brands? Are they going to be more and more adopting these? Because we're seeing lots of production companies going out of business now because they're adopting AI, and it's much cheaper and easier to create AI type of assets and workflows than it is to have a full production team for a week shooting, on location, for example. How do you see the future? Because I'm very intrigued.
No, I think it's just a new way of making content. All the other ways still exist, but and still are relevant. And this always been the way, because I know the day when After Effects came out, everything changed also many years ago. It's just the progress in options and technology, and there is no right or wrong. Each brand needs their own things, and yes, people are getting used to AI content a lot, and also we see a lot of AI slop.
Yes.
And so the easiest way to produce an AI video is the slop, just enter a cool video about action in the jungle. Now it must be great for YouTube.
That's it. Yeah. 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 There's no story. There's no thought. There's no planning.
It must make me rich.
Yeah.
And then the other side is of the spectrum is to have super experienced filmmakers who are super carefully selecting everything, the story and everything, and then creating massive amounts of clips and then editing it in a proper way and post-producing it and wherever. That's the other side. You can create really high-level content with AI, and we all saw that. And somewhere in between, we sort in with a very effective way to create content, and with a lot of control about storytelling, which enables people who are not creators, who are not used to all that media creation software, cutting tools and keyframes and code, who enables them to create on-brand videos for their own brand and storytelling. And I think storytelling is just very important.
Yeah,
sure. It will get more and more important, and those people who get storytelling right, they will win. Yeah, no matter if with AI or not.
And this software that you created is very different from the likes of Higgsfield and other tools, because what they're trying to do is simulate to a larger extent the reality. So almost like producing a feature film, but it's an AI produced feature film. And what you're producing with real characters in that case, but what you're doing is character based. So it's more of a fun, engaging type of software, I think, where people are not trying to emulate and create feature films. Because you see a lot of feature films or short films being created now that are just purely AI. So this is different in some respects. How do you feel when you compare yourselves to the likes of Higgsfield and Veed and VO3 and all these other products that come out? I know you use the tools, some of them, but in terms of what's being created.
You know, for me, I've been getting frustrated with using these tools because they are there to create very high-end content, but you can't really do it unless you spend a lot time and tokens for them. And I know my clients or many clients in marketing and education and creators don't have all that time and token money. So we wanted to create a tool that is enabling them to do this within these borders of possibility, and just for a very specific way of storytelling, just character-based storytelling. You know, it's not like it's not a feature film, no, not an action film, no skateboarding shots through cyberspace or whatever. You can have it in the background, yeah, and even can cut it in as fill scenes, whatever.
And the idea really is to drive the story and the message, and not just have something out there just for the sake of it. At least you're being intentional with what you're creating. Could I ask just a quick question about the length of videos? I know Martin mentioned about it before. So is there an actual upper limit of how long the video would be? Could you create like a 1 or 2 minute video as a walkthrough or an introduction or something like that if somebody wanted? I mean, have you ever hit any limits at the moment as a client come to you and said, I want a 6 minute video on this, please? And it's, you know, what's sort of your upper limit that you've seen?
Oh, that's I don't know. There's a natural limit somewhere between 6 and 10 minutes, because then it gets boring, and then other softwares would be better. So then you are better on to export it to After Effects to have all that high-level storytelling options available. But for like 10 seconds to 5 minutes, it's perfect. And that's what it's built for.
And do you see more of the vertical videos being produced than horizontal, just from a marketing perspective? Do you see that's more sort of prevalent in terms of what your clients are asking for, or is it a mixture?
Yeah, majorly the vertical videos.
Right. Very cool. Is there anything else you wanted to show us? Because we're almost at the top of the hour. I can't believe an hour has gone by already as we're chatting, because this has been really cool. What I found, what my quick takeaway is that it's very straightforward to create something from a plan or at least a story idea, as opposed to jumping through hoops. And Martin will be able to speak to this more because obviously he has a ton of experience with trying to piece stuff together. What's your take, Martin?
Well, I was just going to ask another slight question, but it's about start frames. Excuse me. Start frames and end frames. Within your storyboarding, can you specify a start frame and an end frame for a clip, and then have it fill in the gap in between?
Not in the specific video composer we use here, because here it's just a full clip. But you can, of course, always, as mentioned, export everything to After Effects and fine-tune and twitch it. Or even another video tool like, I don't know, CapCut.
Yeah, I don't think it sort of fills in the gap between two still frames. I think what it's doing is actually creating the video pieces entirely and then adding them together as a one sort of piece of content, which is cool.
Yeah.
So how can people get in touch with you, Andreas? And more importantly, how does all this software sort of hang together? Are you basing things on a monthly model, a token-based model, a pay-as-you-go, a one-off fee, yearly subscriptions? How are you pricing all this for people just to know about?
Yeah, it is. You can reach me just via contact here. So
okay,
I will get the email.
Cool.
And so pricing is at the moment we have combined. The creation and the usage. So, but we will now split it up. So together with the client, we go through. Let's have a look at the Phoenix package. So this is for 12 months, and you can create like 600 videos, 200 to 600 videos, and we do some premium finish services. So we finish some videos for the client in After Effects, whatever, so that it just doesn't have to worry, because we found out this is a thing clients usually have. They just sometimes they want our service to finish things, and then we have the introduction sessions, and also you get your money back if you don't see return on investment immediately. You get your money back. Yes, but it never happened, and because everybody was happy until now.
Good. That's
and
fantastic.
so basically this package is about 10K for 1 year. It's like 800 for a month, and this gives you like 50 videos or so per month, which is really a lot compared to standard pricing.
Right.
And includes the whole storyboard setup, character design, world design, style design, voice selection. It's the whole process that usually, if you go to an agency, costs you more than 10K, but it's everything included. And for creators, we now will offer a new pricing plan that enables them to do all that themselves within our software. And so they just pay then about 400 euros per month for these 50 videos, and using the software. Yeah.
So instead of spending all your money on the tokens and topping up and all that kind of stuff, you're getting sort of a guaranteed like 50 videos produced per month, which is quite a lot. I mean, Martin, you know how much it costs in time and money and tokens to produce, stuff that you've been doing. So, and it can get quite expensive. Just these sort of novel models.
The problem is that typically you're using 2 or 3 different packages to do everything anyway, because V does something better than Kit, or does something better than the ideogram instant starting frames, so you end up with multiple tokens based systems, and totally, as Andreas said, you pressing generate, and it might be 10 that you do, and pick one that turns out correct, or as near as correct as you can hope. It's a slot machine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and our system is there just to always provide content that is always right for you, because it's been learned on you and it's continuing to learn on you. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's brand base.
Yeah.
Super. I really enjoyed it. I love it, and enjoy your feedback. It's totally new. It's how is it called? It's bootstrapped, and we are getting in clients, and we are so happy about it without doing any marketing. This is the first YouTube thing I ever did.
Oh wow! Okay, well, I'm honored. Thank
because
you.
I know you, Neil, and I'm happy to do that together. And so if anyone's out there interested in collaborating, using the software, creators who want to do, I don't know, a POC or whatever, we are open about anything creative and cool. Yes.
Fantastic. Well, we really appreciate your time today, Andreas. And may you be very successful. I'm sure lots of brands will want to start playing around with these characters and things. And it's a very interesting and new concept. And again, as we've seen, it's quite easy to sort of work through. And even if you've no idea at all, they can come to you and you can give them all the services and the video production requirements they need. So thank you, Andreas, for your time. If you want to hang around in Zoom for a second, we'll just
hang around in the green room.
Just for a second, we'll have a quick chat. And thanks for joining us today, Andreas. And we'll see you next time.
You're welcome.
Take care.
See you in a minute.
So, Martin, interesting, right? Another sort of AI tool, but this one is very different in terms of the workflows and so on.
It is. And as I said, the workflows that were mentioned are all addressed within the tool by the sound of things, along with the brand packaging and the fact that it's learning all the way online. Sounds really very interesting indeed. So
very cool.
So we'll have a chat about that in a minute.
We will. Well, we'll be back same time, same place next week with Janine Sykes, who's going to talk about her strategy on selling on LinkedIn without the ick, which is an interesting way of putting it. So that'll be an interesting session, so come and join us for that. If you need to learn about how to sell well on LinkedIn and her strategy and what she's been doing over the years from a marketing perspective, always happy to learn about LinkedIn. It's something that I'm not that familiar with, and I think we could all do with the help that we need. But until then, I'll say goodbye from sunny, very hot, crazy 37-degree Portugal. And Martin?
I'll say cheerio from damp, drizzly Edinburgh.
Oh, okay. See you next time. Bye for now.